when you read the scriptures, because in Revelation chapter 9 verse 12, it says one woe is past and there come two more woes hereafter. Then in Revelation 11, is that 11?
Yep.
Yeah, where it says, yeah, how it goes, the second woe is past.
Behold, the second woe, the third woe coming quickly.
The third woe coming quickly. Those woes represent the world's wars, okay? And the Lord spoke about in Revelation 16 chapter, the Euphrates drying up. You see, that they may make way for prepare the way for the kings of the east and their armies. You see, all these things is taking place right now, okay? Because like I said, the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son's name is Yahushua, and you need to call upon those names to receive salvation. See, we giving you the full spectrum. We going into the prophecies, we going into salvation, we going into repentance. We well equipping you, as it says, we blew the trumpet to make all ready.
Yeah.
Can brother hold that too? And we're gonna read these off. Don't forget what you got. But we blowing the trumpet to make all ready. You know, so there's not gonna be any excuse, as the scripture say, they are without excuse. There's not gonna be any excuse in that day, man, because we gave you the full spectrum of the reality of Bible prophecy and how it pertains to this country and your life, man.
Yep.
Read that one to make all ready first.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7 and verse 14. They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready.
Yeah, what is the trumpet is for? It's to give a warning. Okay? And we're not blowing the trumpet and giving an uncertain sound. We're telling you exactly what it is. We're not saying, well, his name could be Yeshua, and you could call on JC, and you could call on Yahshua, and he might hear you, but you know, we think he'll like if you call him Yahushua. No, we telling you point blank period. His name is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. It can't be, and it isn't anything else. We're telling you plainly, Russia is Gog and Magog. Russia is going to shoot missiles, and they are going to destroy America. America is not going to win this war. So we giving it to you straight. We shooting it straight at you, man. Read that again.
It says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready.
Hey, if I could say, when you read this Ezekiel the 7th chapter, it's going into the land, the coming judgment on or the impending doom on the land of Israel. All right, so this trumpet that's being blown is a message to Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, Seminole Indians. You know what I'm saying? So when you jump down into the verse where the brother's reading that, you know, it's actually going into detail what that warning is. You know, but you got it, right?
It says, but none go up to the battle.
Right. Or people, they don't want to get involved with this truth, like the Elder Nata Zakba. He just did a video today on this demon Charleston White, talking about basically scoffing the truth and shit, talking about I don't want to be a part of nothing that cursed me 2,000 years ago. So it's like they don't want to involve themselves with the ministry of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. No matter how long our hand is stretched out, they continuously to pull away the shoulder. Okay, and so that's why these judgments is going to come. Not just because Esau has been wicked, not just because the nations have been wicked, but because our own people have been wicked.
That's, if I can simply add, that's the reason for Jacob's trouble. It's not like you other nations, you're just going to be the casualties of it, okay? Jacob's trouble is exactly what it says, Jacob's trouble. And it's like the brother just said, it's to judge us, it's to render punishment for all the evil and the idolatry that we have participated here in America. So you see, when they say he shall be saved, it's talking about the remnant of Jacob that's going to be saved, because they did what? They repented. They turned back to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, called on the name, and got right with him. For the rest of you, you're going to suffer the great misery that we're about to go into and be a part of Jacob's trouble, and the Lord ain't going to hear your prayers, because you're going to be calling on Jesus and Yeshua and all those other names, and you're not going to get answered. You see?
Because it says in Zechariah that basically two-thirds of Jake in America will perish.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, with the land.
And then to the next verse, it says the one-third, the remnant, going to be tried. You see? So everybody going to be tested, right?
Yeah, you people in America, you've been living comfortably.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Pursuant to, like, was it Isaiah 47? You people don't even know how to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you don't, these people in America, they will intentionally pick the path that is
Easiest,
the water.
less difficult.
Least
Come,
resistance.
you know what I'm saying? Rather than the path that will be more of a struggle, that'll create inner growth.
Yeah.
Okay, they like to stay in their comfort zone. But see, the Lord's about to take away all your comfort zone. That's why you should be trying to, in every way, to remove the comfort zone from yourself now. You know, that's what we did. Even when we made that step to come into the truth and to go out there on the highways and byways and in front of everybody and proclaim that Yahweh Shai is Lord. You know, and, it was a video on Instagram this week, and then y'all got it. But the dude was saying how, you know, how certain men, they don't want to do martial arts because martial arts is like a mirror, and it shows you that despite how you may view yourself in your head, you're not really like that. You may view yourself as the strongest person in the room or the most skilled fighter, but you're not really like that, and you have to humble yourself and start at a position where you're at pretty much at the bottom and you don't know nothing. And you have to work hard for years to grow and to gain skill before you turn into that killer. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing with you Americans. Like I said, you prefer the path, the easy road, the easy button. Like they had that commercial where you push the easy button and shit just is all. Oh, that's why you got microwaves. That's why fast food is so popular. You know, because this is a microwave society. What you say?
DoorDash.
Yeah, DoorDash motherfuckers don't even want to leave their couch. That's how comfortable these people are. So how much more when these prices, this gas continue to go up, and the groceries continue to go up, you don't got no gardens, you don't even know the first thing about grafting in, you don't know how to graft in a branch. You know, you don't know anything as far as survival goes. So the suffering that's going to be upon this place is going to be greater than any other third world country, because you people are going to eat each other alive, man. You got it. Let's finish that, and then y'all got to slack it. Go back to Ezekiel.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 7, and verse 14. It says, "They have blown the trumpet, even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof."
Yeah, the Lord is angry, man. You know, don't listen to Christianity telling you that the Lord's gonna come back and it's gonna be a glorious day, and you know, music gonna be heavenly music gonna be playing. The scripture said that the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. You know, who can abide in it? So you want to be able to avoid the Lord's anger. So you should be asking, well, what can I do to avoid the Lord's anger? You have to repent and come back to your heritage as an Israelite, man. Because despite what, like I said, Christianity is telling you, the Lord is dealing with a lineage. He's been dealing with the sons of God, which are the Israelites. We get that Matthew 24.
This is Matthew 24, verse 8. All these are...
Start at like 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Matthew 24 and 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows."
So this is just the beginning, man. The Lord is just getting started, because right now it's inflation, but it's going to progress to hyperinflation. So this is like, you know what I'm saying? This is just, the Lord is just getting started. If you think $3.50 is a gallon is bad,
Wait till they should get to 6 or 7.
shit, wait till you get $15, $20.
Overnight.
You know what I'm saying?
While you
Right.
sleep.
You waking up the next day, well, that happened. One night you went to sleep, it was $2.50. You woke up the next morning, it was $3.50. You're like, goddamn. Then you get to think, oh shit, the war with Iran and the Strait of Hormuz, and that's the only time you people actually want to look at the world when it's actually affecting
Yeah.
what you're doing right about now.
Like the Apostle Gabar always say, if the scriptures won't help you change, adversity will.
That's right.
And you niggas love adversity, man. You like to be on the chopping block, then call on Jesus and shit. That shit ain't gonna work, bro. That shit ain't gonna work.
We was talking about it at camp, how niggas turn Muslim when they go to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, Jake don't care about the Lord or a higher power until they in the jam or they in trouble. But see, the Lord's gonna bring this upon you, and then the Lord's gonna sit back and say, call upon the gods that you have chosen. Let's see if they can save you. You know?
And then on top of that, you know, America got the most oil reserves in the world. You know, they took Venezuela, and they already, before they even did that, they already had the most oil. So now they going to Iran talking about it's for oil.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we get that's your blessing, but also that's pretty much your curse too.
Yeah, because I got the title of the lesson from the Edomite. He was saying how they killed 38 million people since 1971.
Bruh.
And he said that America has been making nations suffer year after year. Get Isaiah 14. We're talking about he who smote the nations with a continual stroke. See, because you've been making the world suffer. So it's only right. You here it is. You say in God we trust. You know in the courtrooms you got the scales. You know. So do you understand how the Heavenly Father operates? He is a just power. He said that a false balance is an abomination unto him. Okay? He said, as thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. So your time to suffer is coming. Y'all got it.
Con, yeah, Con. I think to get to the point. Yeah, Con. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, and verse 6. It says, "He that smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindered." You know, and ultimately, when you read Isaiah the 51st chapter, it calls this man the hammer of the earth, and ultimately that's the ultimate use. He put his blessing to good use, man. You know, and he performed his job well. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
so that hammer is a continual beat down on whatever it's pounding on, man. You know, and that's really the Israelites. You know what I'm saying, first and foremost, but also the entire world. You know?
Remember we looked up how many bombs Obama dropped?
Yeah.
And,
1,000 a day in his last term.
right. Yeah, you said it was over 1,000 bombs a day. That's a continual stroke, man. You bomb, bro. That's so many. Like, bro,
It's overkill, man.
you feel me? Like, what are you shooting at? Like, you shooting at Leviathan, nigga? You dropping all the bombs in one day? Like, bro, what is your problem? So, and even the dude said, he said the suburban Edomite has a bloodlust. He said the only thing that unites these American Edomites is sitting back and watching war take place and punishing other nations. That's the only thing that unites y'all.
Hey, but that's why it says in Ezekiel 35, you know, since thou hast not hated blood is ultimately going to pursue America, man.
God, somebody get that from me.
And that's ultimately going to be the form of 200 million nuclear warheads. All right, pelting this place, you know.
I was listening, me and the brother on the way here. Was the elder bro Amawa
Gabor.
Yeah, he was going into how one of the things that Iran agreed to was to open up that port if you buy oil in the yen. In the yuan, in the yuan. In other words, to destroy the dollar, because that ultimately is the last leg of this devil's kingdom. When that dollar, when the global world does no longer have any faith in the American dollar, it's a wrap. Everything else is going to trickle downhill like a domino, and that's pretty much right there on the table. You see, so that's going to be a part of the misery, because it's going to hit your bank accounts, it's going to hit your grocery stores, it's going to cause uncertainties, it's going to cause perplexity, and people are not going to be able to handle it because they were in the spirit of mirth while we in the spirit of mourning and preparing. And you can only prepare through Yahweh Shem Shah. You see,
and that goes into the wars and rumors of wars.
Yep.
This is a financial war. You know what I'm saying? Because the yen is the Chinese, you know, in that version of the dollar, whatnot, and that's part of the BRICS alliance. You know what I'm saying? So now it's that these different types of wars that's ultimately adding fuel to the ultimate war. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because also, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's all a movie, man.
Done.
They all, you know, what is it called? Yeah, they're actors, but also they, you know, agent. If you could say agent provocateurs, you might, you know, for layman's
Control
term.
opposition.
Yeah, control opposition. They all on the same page, man. They working for the wicked elite banking family, man.
Right.
These are the ones that say the best time to buy is when blood is in the streets, man. So they make their money off wars. It's called the dude, I forgot the video. His name is Michael Rivera. It said all wars are bankers' wars, man.
Right.
You know, this has been going on for hundreds of years.
Yeah, you got the book War is a Racket by General Smedley Butler. You know what I'm saying? Because war is basically, like you said, is used to make money. Because during those times, you could sell a lot of iron, you sell a lot of different minerals, they make a lot of money off of it. But and like you said, the ultimate goal is to collapse the global economy because they have to bring in the mark of the beast. Okay, to try to defile the Israelites. Okay, that's the ultimate. That's the end goal. That's the end game. But see, before that happens, like we said, you're going to suffer. That's why it's like the common folk versus the elites. They don't care about the common people. They're willing to make the common people suffer to fulfill their agenda. Okay.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50.
Right.
For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride.
If I could say, you had that windstorm, 85 miles per hour. People already fucked up financially, and now they probably ain't paying insurance, car insurance, whatever it is. And now the Lord just brought judgment on them through a windstorm. It was like, they said it was over like 100 tornadoes over in 12 states last week. See, that's many great miseries, man.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Your pockets on, and you wake up or you come home from work and it's a big ass tree on your fucking house.
Well, the next street over on the Elder Street, it was a car like waiting at the stop sign, big dumbass tree laying right on the hood, and the elder been out, his power been out and shit because of it. And like you said, we got brothers that we could go give our food to. They could put it in the deep freezer for us and stuff like that. But a lot of people, the Lord had created such great divisions within your families and within your households. You can't even go to your cousin or to your auntie and tell them to put some shit in their freezer for you. So your food is going bad.
You fuck around and eat your shit.
Right. Matter of fact, somebody you use Chat GPT, but look up how long in a blackout, how long before food goes bad?
Probably a good day.
Remember that movie American Blackout?
That's what I'm thinking about.
I remember the blackout.
Oh
yeah.
It was about 3 days long too.
That shit was no joke, bro. I was staying over East 2222nd Street.
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
Hey, but don't forget too, during that time, it was all type of looting, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So these are like, America got to be worried about these EMP attacks, you know what I'm saying. All type of things are gonna cause mass confusion on a great scale, like you had been mentioning upon in Isaiah the 47th chapter. The virgin daughter of Babylon. These things haven't happened to this place yet, and these people are unprepared because they've been spooked. They've been spared with a silver spoon, man.
Did you get anything on it?
Yep. It's a 2-hour, 4-hour rule. Most food is usually still safe if the fridge door stays closed. Most perishable food should be thrown away in 4 hours though.
Damn.
Okay, now ask, in the event of an EMP, are grocery stores affected?
4 hours.
4 hours, man. How you gonna call somebody within 4 hours to try to get your food stored? You know what I'm saying? And that's the good food. That's the meats. You know what I'm saying? That's the frozen vegetables.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Then you just down to canned foods. You people, like I said, they don't want to take that path. Eating canned foods and sardines and you know what I'm saying, the green beans and the big bag of rice. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
they ain't fucking with that shit.
Hey, even you Edomites gonna go back to the mayonnaise sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? The white bread. Yeah, you know what I mean? The bologna sandwiches and shit, man.
Anything pop
Yep.
up?
It says an EMP can damage or destroy electronic systems and power grids. A large one, like from a nuclear detonation high in the atmosphere.
And Russia got a missile like that, where it detonates in the air and it creates the EMP effect, which is
Electromagnetic field, like it fry all your electronics.
But what do EMP stand for? Electromagnetic
Pulse.
pulse. Okay, yeah.
And see, now in their place, you got different things that's ran off of, electricity. You got, it can mess up your cars. A lot of these cars are electric. See, Esau is guiding everything to mass chaos, man.
Well, it showed you that in the movie The War of the
there
Worlds.
it is, yeah.
The chariots, they create like the EMP effect, and Tom Cruise, his car worked because I guess he had an older model. No, his car worked because when it happened, his car was broken down, and then he fixed it up. Then he fixed it up after it, and so it worked. You know what I'm saying? But that just proves what the brother said. Like them EMPs, they affect your car because, and that's the reason why Esau made cars like that, because he wants the ability to control, man.
Yeah, they don't like you having old Chevy Caprices 8 8 cylinders, you know, gas, you know, them old school cars, the ones that don't require
computers,
certified technician. A regular old Jake can work on them. They don't like them cars.
Yeah, cause my wife, the car she had previously, that white car, we thought it was the engine was going bad and shit. We took it to the dealership. They're like, oh yeah, we just had to give it an update. They had to hook it up to the computer and update it. Like, what the fuck? The whole engine, I'm talking about, it sounded like the transmission was going out. And they like, no, we just had to hook it up to the computer and give it an update. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is the cars nowadays, though. You see? So, read that again. What else he saying? And then we gonna get 2 Corinthians 15. I know y'all got precepts too. Yeah,
It says it can happen over it could knock out electricity over a large region. It says without powdered meat, dairy, and frozen foods could spoil within hours to days. Most stores depend on computers and card readers. If electronics are damaged, credit/debit cards and digital system may not work.
Right. So there you go. You know, and then like on American Blackout, I have a black card. You look at this nigga like, he's like, I have a black card. I'll buy water for everyone. It's like, nigga, there's no electricity. See, people, man, you're not gonna be able to go to the ATM, get your little money out. You know, while you niggas chasing the bag, all you niggas got your bag in the bank. You got a couple of niggas that got the shoebox and the mattress, but majority of you niggas, you stupid. You don't understand money. You don't understand banking. That's why you go to the bank and they say, oh, we got 3,000. Like, I went to the bank a couple weeks ago. They said the limit is 3,000. You can't get no more than $3,000. Hold on, it's my money. I got a certain amount of money in the bank, but you tell me I can only get a certain amount of it. Is it really mine? If you got control of it? Right. And then they say, oh, we can call around and make, you know, like, bro, that don't make no sense. So this whole system is a sham, you know, and it's about to hit you in the face that you've been living a lie.
And see, and that's when it's going to come where friends are going to fight against friends like enemies, man. Because when those things, it's going to come upon people unawares immediately, you know, and it's going to put people in a difficult position. And if your fridge is half empty already, you know what I mean, and you only got a couple of days worth of food, yeah, you're gonna start looking at your neighbor's house, peeking through the blinds, man. You know what I'm saying, seeing if they eating good, you know.
Oh, you know which ones they don't eat good.
Yep.
That's the thing. People pay attention, but it don't come into your mind until you actually, you know what I'm saying, in that spot, you know. But they know which people on their street is doing good and which people struggling like them. You know, you can tell.
That's why the Lord don't like when you be flossing. Right. You know what I'm saying, showing off where you supposed to look like.
That's a part of that pride, though.
Yeah, we doing all right. You know, we still taking trips. Yeah. You know, okay. Like those dumbass niggas over in Dubai right now. Probably never coming home. They probably gonna die over there.
You can read that one.
Okay. This is
y'all got precepts.
This is Luke chapter 21 and verse 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distresses of nations with perplexity."
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say the word perplexity means a lack of resources, and right now in Cuba, they don't have no electricity. They don't have no electricity. They don't have no gasoline. They don't have nothing. The country is pretty much collapsing because America, the oil that they stole from Venezuela, Cuba used to get their oil from Venezuela. So now America is withholding oil from them. So everything that's taking place in Cuba, that's what's coming to America. And best believe, like the brother said, crime is increasing. Violent crime is increasing. You know, home invasions, starvation. All that's are cards that's on the table, because what did the Dark Knight say? The Joker say in the Dark Knight, he basically said like these people are going to eat each other. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like when you turn people against each other, he's like basically everybody ain't as kind-hearted as you think. You know.
I got that word, perplexity, Oxford definition. It goes into the inability to deal with or understand something complicated or unaccountable.
How is this happening?
This
is America. We're the greatest country on earth.
Yeah, kind of. Yep.
What do you mean there's no gasoline? They gonna be, bro. These people, like when you go to fucking, they show you the viral videos. The motherfucker go to Burger King. What do you mean the ice cream machine? Hey man, they throwing the cash register like real talk, bro, over some shit that they expect to be there, When it's not there, they lose it. Like they crash out. So how much more of the shit that you actually need? Your baby ain't got diaper change in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? And you need diapers, or you need the formula. Like when the pandemic happened, people was driving 2.5 hours, almost 4 hours to go get formula because certain stores didn't have no formula. And I'm thinking, damn, don't you got some breasts? Why?
Right.
This is the thing. You chose the easy path. The easy path is just to get the formula, shake it up.
Convenient.
Yeah, heavy metals all in that shit, stuff it in the baby mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is madness, bro. So the fact that you always want the easy way out, the Lord's gonna throw that hard way on you. Okay?
And some synonyms are confusion, bewilderment, puzzlement, bafflement. Hey, so Jay gonna be baffled, man. This whole society, because ultimately, once you lean on Egypt so far, it says that in Ezekiel that that eventually it's gonna thrust through your hand, man. You know, and that's gonna be a painful thing when the comfortabilities that you were provided with Esau, because it tells you that we would be nourished for those 350 years. So see that you've been comfortable being nourished here in Babylon, man. You know, so now when those things are removed, you don't know what the hell gonna go on, man. You know.
Yeah, in ancient Egypt, when the money failed, and they said, "Look, we already gave you our cattle and everything. We gonna give you ourselves." You know, they offered up their bodies. That's what's gonna happen. Ultimately, you're gonna have a feeling of being conquered when that so-called white man, the Edomite, putting that chip in your hand. You're gonna feel like, damn, there's nothing I can do. I'm a slave to the system.
Yeah.
You know, that feeling of, you know, this don't feel right, but this is what I gotta do because I don't have no other option. And that's for the unbelievers. You see? Y'all got a precepts?
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9. I'm gonna start at verse 8. It says, "For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And this is the end, because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow." And so the world of Esau is headquarters right here in America. This is where all the wickedness is being pushed out of. Homosexuality, chomoism, bestiality, all right? All types of wickedness when it comes to the money system. All that is being perpetuated here out of America, and that's why this is the great whore. And it's got its tentacles in every facet of the world right now. But the Lord is about to destroy that. That's what's going to bring the misery here. It says, "Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and the endings in effects and signs."
And the signs is there.
Yep.
You know, like we said, man, you if you don't believe what we saying is coming, then you just in denial, man. You know, you're clearly in denial, man. Go ahead.
It says, "And every one that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed." He just said you don't believe. And it's letting you know you're going to have works and faith. So a lot of you people that think you're going to be delivered because you think you're keeping the law, you better read this. And a lot of you that think you don't have to do nothing, you don't have to exercise no righteous acts, you better read this again, because the Lord is letting you know both are going to be required. It's not no easy way to the kingdom.
Well, it says faith without works is dead.
That's right.
You know, so how can you have faith in something you never heard?
Come on, bro.
You don't know nothing about Yahweh Shai. You sit down and you study and you learn.
Yep.
You know, so you can't have faith in the chariots when you don't even know about the chariots. You know, you know most Christians they may know about the end times, but they don't know about the chariots.
Right.
So how the hell you gonna get on one?
Right.
They talk about they gonna get on they gonna get delivered before the
rapture.
Yeah,
Before
yeah.
the tribulation, the believers are gonna be called up to heaven,
Right.
and everybody
Ain't
can
nothing
go.
but white people.
Yeah, right. And then everybody that get left, they gonna be looking around. What happened to so and so? I don't know. I think the rapture got him.
You got the 7 years of tribulation. Ain't gonna be
Yeah.
no prophets around. You gotta figure out the truth in them 7 years.
Right.
With no internet.
They gonna be in the sky, see walking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they gonna do.
Yeah, man.
7 years.
So they don't got the truth, man. They not. First of all, they ain't going through the prophecies like us. Who you know that's going through the prophecies like the Hebrew Israelites, man? And it's according to the spirit of power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know, not of our own power. We don't got no cliff notes. We don't got no, you know what I'm saying? We ain't on the internet. Precept packets. It ain't no website we went to learn this, man. Yep. Our apostle was giving this from above, okay? And they gave it to us. You got one, Mike?
Yeah, I'm holding 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I can start at I'll start at 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another." And that's just going into what you're talking about, how neighbors are going to be looking at one another at that time where resources are low.
Well, you got a 2nd and 6?
Yep.
You can read it right now and then you go right back to that.
Come on.
6 and 24. Read it again, that verse again. About the sword and destruction draweth nigh.
Says verse 15 says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people."
Meaning it's coming close. Well, you got the martial law troops. They've been training for years. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing urban setting training, for lack of better words. You know what I'm saying? They're learning how to go into projects, okay, apartment complexes where niggas live at, high rises like they did with ICE did with that high rise in Chicago, where they ransacked the whole building. You know, that's what the martial arts troops been trained on. They've been doing training on. You feel me? That's where you niggas at, man. Because the target is on your back. The white man don't love you. The white man hates you. He hates your guts. Okay? We ones who truly love our people because we giving them this truth, man. We giving you a way out. We giving you a way to everlasting life. So-called white man, he'll never tell you this. He'll tell you that we liars. You know what I'm saying? The whole time he the liar. But anyways, you got it, bro.
If I could say, you know, they had my dude send me a link. He said it's showing outside the Virginia State Capitol, MAGA handing out 30 rounds of AR-15 magazines. So it's like, bro, how like this is not a normal thing, man. People are gearing up because they know. The scriptures say the children of this world are bright. What is it?
Wiser than
children of light, man. These Edomites, specifically these Edomites, man. They're more wise than you Jakes, man. They know what's really going on. You Jakes, you're out there in spring break, you know, probably getting STDs and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Trying to be content creator and shit. You know, with the meta glasses and shit. That's what niggas worry about.
Just thinking shit, it's just gonna go. This is how the world is. This is how America is. It's gonna get back. It's gonna be peaceful again. No, man. The Lord is really about to smite this place.
Well, that's that sword drawing nigh. Them niggas passing out AR-15 magazines. That's the sword. Who you think they're gonna use it on, man?
Cause they understand. They saw what happened last time. You know, the squeeze was put on during CV-19. You know, and how people was acting in stores and fighting over little small necessities, man. You know what I'm saying? The necessities is gonna be what's gonna bring that tension. You know, so they see what happened. You know, saying a couple of years ago. So now they're in preparation mode. They, like you said, they know what's coming, man. You know, you got that.
2nd Ezra 6 and 24. At that time shall friends fight one another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Yeah, friends fighting against each other like enemies, man. You know, because ultimately their friendship was conditional. You know, they didn't have that agape love like brothers. You know what I'm saying? You only gonna find that in the truth, man.
Yep.
And the reason why they're gonna fight like that is because it said there won't be no running water. Okay, and for the lack of bread, as the brother's gonna go into in the 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. You got it out.
Well, because you need power, you know what I'm saying, for the water plants to run and things like that. So ultimately, everything's gonna come to a halt, man.
Oh, real quick, and just to add what Jaquan was saying about Esau deliberately made cars computerized. I was listening. I think it was that guy Scott Ritter. He was going into how our water wasn't always on electricity. It was I forgot what he was saying, but in other words, they deliberately made it like this for this what we're about to go into, because back in the day when the power used to go out, the water still used to work, bro. You know, That shit is crazy how when the power go out, everything just stops. You know, this is like pure sabotage to make sure you Americans suffer. Just like you see everybody suffer everywhere else. That shit come to here, man.
Well, it's to make them dependent.
Yeah.
The word is dependent because, and they sold you dependency in the form of convenience. You know, you traded your freedom, quote unquote, for safety. You see, this is how the devil works. You know what I'm saying? He'll offer you something, but in return, you have to give up something else. And then in the end, what you gave up it would have been beneficial to have, but he's gonna use it against you to destroy you.
Yep.
You got it, right?
I got that word dependency real quick.
Yeah.
Just real quick on Edom Online. Dependency it goes into that which depends for its existence upon something else.
So
You know,
your whole existence
Yep.
is based upon the grid. When the grid goes down, you niggas going down.
Yep.
It said that in Isaiah in the 30th chapter. It say all that hope shall fail, and they that hope. You know what I'm talking about?
I think that
It
was
might
in
be
31. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 31, in verse 3. It says, "Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together."
So you gonna fail with this man, his system, man, because you was so reliant upon it. Like the brother said, when the power go out, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You're completely dependent on this man's system for everything. You're not gonna be able to flush the toilet. You Americans, you scared to wipe your ass with a leaf. What are you gonna do when the power goes down, man? You know, do niggas even know how to dig a fire pit?
You gotta think when it all go bad too, even regular things that we used to. What you gonna do when it's shit in the toilet and it don't flush no more?
Right.
What you gonna do when everything is one can of food left, the trash piled up outside,
Right.
the gas station don't work. No matter how much money you got, 'cause the gas station don't work to even get more gas. Your whole existence is gonna be flipped. It's gonna be pitch black darkness outside the street. Lights ain't gonna work. As soon as the sun go down, you're not gonna be able to see no more.
You know, we have looters.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you marauders, apparitions,
Your bullets
demons.
gonna run out after day one.
Right. Your bitch gonna have an attitude.
Oh,
I mean, this is gonna be, and like they said during the C-19, domestic violence went through the roof. Cause the bitches was in the house complaining and shit. You know what I'm saying? You had to actually be around the woman and shit. Like, a lot of people, they together for the wrong reasons, so they don't even like each other for real. And then you be forced to spend time when you in the house with each other. You know? It said every house shall be shut up that no man may come in. You gonna be scared to go outside.
Yeah.
Because when you go outside, it's survival of the fittest.
Yup.
You know, and if you ain't about that life, shit, come on, man. Hey, niggas gonna be thinking smart in that day. Like, man, shit, niggas be like, man, I know where this distribution warehouse is at. We should hit that bitch at 3 in the morning. Like, that's the type of shit that's gonna be going on, man. You gonna have the goofies gonna be at the grocery store, but then there's gonna be the smart ones that's gonna try to go to places where the groceries come from. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know,
And then you're gonna have foreign truth sales, you know,
Yep.
sleeper sales here, man.
yup,
You
sleeper
know,
cells.
and, you know, you got DJ Trump talking about prepare for you know, attacks by foreign sleeper cells, man. See, when have you know? Since I've been on this earth, man, I ain't never heard no president say no shit like that, man.
Right.
You know, for a president to say some shit like that, that shows you that we're in a different time, man. The Lord is, hey, we praying that he hurry up and Esau hurry up and speed this shit up, man. Because really he bullshitting, man. Bring in that system, man.
You got it,
And
man.
some of it is being sparked, man, because just the other day I heard them talking about as far as the sleeper cells go, they were talking about some drones had been stolen and they may be
Oh, yeah.
pointed or headed towards the California.
Yeah.
So this happened, they were stolen back in November, but you never heard anything about them being stolen up until now
Right.
because it's convenient to talk about sleeper
Got
cells.
it.
Right. Yep.
Well, that's ultimately, you know, Esau prophesying on the left hand side, you know, getting the people condemned. tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where the fear tactics come in, and now
There you go, bro.
they're more willing to be subservient to the beast system, you know, for safety, so-called safety, where it says that safety is of the Lord, you know.
You
got it, right?
I can just jump down to the point that I was actually trying to get to, unless you want me to read it all. Starting at 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand.
Yeah, the modern day sword is the gun. And like we always bring out, there's more guns in America than people. The average American has more than one gun. And then how many bullets? So that's a whole lot of motherfuckers they could kill. You know? But you got it.
You gonna have motherfuckers out here thinking they John Wick.
Hell yeah.
Got the gun in the ankle, got the gun on the hip, got the gun on the chest, got the gun in the back.
You know, I know the elder, y'all always mention the Edomite, his name Hickok 45. I don't know if y'all seen him on YouTube, but he's an old Edomite, and he just tests guns out and on his land and shit. Dead shot, like he got a good aim. You got Edomites out there like that, bro. Like they really
majority
smart.
of them.
Yeah.
The majority of them can shoot their ass off, bro. It's their blessing. That's real. Just like the Bible, our blessing. You see how we learn through these precepts like it's nothing. That's how they handle them guns, man. I seen a 6-year-old. He was breaking down the gun, put it back together in like less than a minute. But you got it out. You keep going.
Verse 16 says, For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Yeah, that's a part of your suffering. Because you want to go to Sam's Club, which is in the next suburb, but you can't go to Sam's Club because there's going to be military blockades. All major accesses, bridges, freeway inches going to be blocked off. Okay.
Look at, I don't know if y'all seen that Katrina documentary on Hulu.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna be way worse than that, man.
Yep.
You know, that dude it was a situation, it was a scene where the dude, it was a Jake, he was on a bridge trying to leave the city to go feed his family, but you had snipers on the, snipers pointing at him, talking about if you take another step, we just gonna gun you down, man.
He said, shoot anything that's darker than a paper bag.
Yep. That's because what? There was no authority. You know, it said the course of their action shall stand in their power. There's not gonna be no 911. But ask ChatGPT, what would happen if there was no 911?
Can I get 16 and the GNT?
Gun.
This is 2nd Esdras 15 and 16 and GNT. It says there will be great political turmoil with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government.
My God.
Yeah, so like you said, the Americans gonna be going at each other while ignoring the authorities, the police force.
That's MAGA. That's
Yeah.
you know.
So never mind the political parties going against each other. They turning on each other within the party.
Right. Yep. You didn't say anything?
Yep, it said it would be slower emergency responses, more deaths and emergencies, confusing during major disasters, harder to find people who need help, medical emergencies would be riskier, and that's about it. Basically all the essentials.
So they gave you the politically correct answer. But the real answer is that motherfuckers is not gonna when they know that there's no 911 and there's not gonna be anybody to respond to their crimes, they're going to commit crimes.
It's gonna be Bushwick.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the scene in the movie, the series of Squid Game, and I think it was the second season, it was the first season, and you know they all sleep in that one room, and then the one dude he got mad and started beating up the other dude and beat him so bad till he killed him, and everybody was kind of like standing around thinking that he gonna get in trouble or get kicked out of the game. But they just added more money to the pot because another player had been eliminated. And once they seen that there was no consequence for him killing that dude, they all started fighting and killing each other. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, that was symbolic how in society, if people realize that there's no consequences for their action, they're going to do a whole lot of action.
Yep.
You know?
That's what this verse just said. It said, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power, meaning whatever they have the power to do. Like, there's not gonna be any consequences for it, right? They gonna do whatever.
Right.
Yeah, because when you read up, you know, talk about a fearful constellation, it's gonna be a lack of food out here too. That movie Civil War is a great movie, man. All right, that movie Civil War, and that came out what, a year or two ago.
2 years.
Yup. So, you know, we're entering into that time where the opening scene was people, they was rationing out water or food or whatever, and then in the midst of that, you had somebody self-destruct. You know, they had a bomb on them.
And you about to start seeing a lot of that.
Yeah, even on the movie Sicario, they was just going to grocery stores and stuff like that with vests on, and they was just detonating themselves, man. You know, it's gonna be everything that Esau put on these movies, man. These things are actually going to take place. It's gonna be beautiful when you people get caught off guard. Then you go to a grocery store one morning and you see a motherfucker, what they call them, sand niggers. You know, got a vest on or a garment, and you don't know he got a vest on under there with bombs and shit. You know, it's gonna catch you people so off guard, man. We cannot wait.
And that's gonna be a miserable time because a lot of Americans are just so comfortable. You know, they walk around here always fucking happy, getting ready for Easter now. You know, the same shit, St. Patrick's Day, same shit over and over. But Lord willing, something bad happened on St. Patrick's Day. Okay?
Well, it always do. Every holiday, niggas die.
Getting drunk and, you know, man.
We won't see something catastrophic.
Yeah, can I get this quick preacher real quick and then you got it right back? This is Matthew 24:12, and I'm gonna read it in the ESV. It says, and because lawlessness, because we're talking about the things that's gonna be going on, it says, and because lawlessness will be increased, the love of many will grow cold. You know, so ultimately the actions are gonna put, like you said, my Slaki Anwala, you know, about the you know, Americans being comfortable.
Yep.
See, Americans gonna be in a state of panic. You know what I'm saying, when these things hit America, you know what I'm saying? So ultimately, the great suffering is something that is going to be it hasn't happened yet. You know what I'm saying?
That's why America's called Virgin Daughter of Babylon. You see, because she ain't been penetrated yet. That nuke haven't been dropped over here. There ain't troops on the ground here yet. You imagine little Timmy and Annie walking outside, and his troops going up and down the street, right? And all of a sudden car bombs start going off. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Shrapnel everywhere. You go outside, you see little Timmy blown to bits. That's what's going over in the so-called Middle East right now. What makes you think the Lord ain't got that allotted for this place, the most wickedest kingdom on earth? You gotta be crazy, man. You're not gonna just get away with killing 38 million people and ain't no judgment coming to this bitch. Are you crazy? Not to mention what you done to the Israelites.
Yeah, that's
Boy,
really mad.
get you goddamn devils, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, because those are the direct numbers. You know, Esau skewed the numbers.
Yeah, you don't never, you
Not
know.
don't forget about the passive ways. You know, all the abortion clinics,
Yep.
Esau, the drugs. See, all those are added numbers also, but they're not going to include that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got it though, bro. Oh, was you reading?
No, he
Still on verse 18, it says, "For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled."
They keep hearing that word pride, man. You know, it's synonymous with what's the suffering that's about to take place. Because the Most High hate pride. Pride is hateful before man and the Most High. And what is pride? The beginning of pride is when one departs from his maker. You see, in America, although you say God bless America, you put your right hand, and, you know, pledge allegiance to the flag. And you pledge allegiance to the flag. That's exactly what you do. You don't pledge allegiance to the Heavenly Father. Yeah. You don't apply the laws of the Scriptures, and yet you think you won't be judged. You're going to be judged, okay? Because it said that because of their pride, man. You people are proud as hell. You know, everybody got their own way of living. I don't want to hear it because I my truth. You know, it's my truth, and my life this, and my me, I. That's pride, man. And Lord is going to revenge your pride. Go ahead, I.
Continuing on, it says, "The houses shall be destroyed, and the men shall be afraid."
Yeah, because you ain't built for this. You ain't, and I ain't talking about physically. I'm talking about spiritually. The majority of men in America, you're not built because you gotta have a spiritual mind to endure what's about to happen.
Yep.
Regardless of what everybody talking about, you gotta stock up on food, and, stock up on gasoline, and make sure you're doing your workouts. And, if you can't bench press 225, you're a victim. And all this other shit. We gonna see who the victim. We gonna see who the victim when ain't no angels encamping around you. You gonna be the victim, and then the shit that you stocked up on and the weapons that you had, the Lord gonna give it to that man who can't bench 225.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying, and feed his family. Okay.
I got a quick precept just to back.
Yeah, go ahead, link it up.
This
Link
is-
it up.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." I think, did y'all bring it up?
Yeah, we did. Go ahead, though.
Oh,
Go ahead.
well, yeah, that's the whole reason all of this judgment is coming, man, is because this is the most prideful nation on the face of the earth, right? It's ruled by the most prideful nation on the face of the earth, right? And the people, right? The scripture says, as the king is, right, so are his people, roughly paraphrasing. So you citizens, right, you Egyptians, right, you are just as proud, man. And the Lord is coming to bring all that pride low, man.
Yeah, because that nigga Trump proud as hell, man.
Man.
I enjoy watching him in his speeches. Like he entertaining.
Just
bro.
for a
He
few
make me laugh.
sound bites, right?
Yeah, he's funny as fuck, bro. That
Right.
nigga, he charismatic. He's very charismatic. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't never seen a president be lean on the podium like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
He be like, yes, Sleepy Joe Biden. Anybody heard of him? Anybody ever heard of him? Sleepy Joe Biden. He's talking about the country is doing so. It's funny because he's feeding you delusions.
Yeah.
This is the company. We're doing so well. We have the most jobs ever, and the military is unstoppable, and the gas is lowest it's ever been.
He's
Like,
showing
nigga,
you
what?
that this is the most prideful nation. Like,
Right.
he the spokesman for the most prideful nation.
Right.
You know, and he done just took this man's oil, man.
Right.
And then said, well, we're gonna keep it.
And he bragged about it.
Yeah, like he
I
acting
took
like
this shit.
He acting like there ain't nothing gonna happen to him for this shit.
No, for real. I took that shit. I took that shit, yo.
But what the scripture said, talk about men speaking with a forked tongue. You know, so he's gonna say, hey, everything is okay. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, you know, behind the scenes, man, it's coming to a crash, man. It's coming to a halt. You know.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, keep going.
Verse
They wanna,
19.
Verse 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods."
And what is pity? Pity is like a form of mercy. You know what I'm saying? So people ain't gonna say, hey man, hey Mark, hey, I see you cut your lawn this week again. It looks nice. You know, it ain't gonna be none of that, man. It's gonna be, hey man, what you got in your house?
Without natural affection.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, he told you that in the movie Leave the World Behind.
Mm-hmm.
When his son was having an asthma attack or some
Yeah,
type of
right.
allergic reaction and shit, and he needed medication like immediately, and he thought that, well, he knew his neighbor had the medication, and that's the thing. I might have some that you need, and I don't even need it, but I still ain't giving it to you. That's that scripture right there, like, because I don't feel comfortable with you even being on my property. You know what I'm saying? And he said, like you said, hey Mark, we're neighbors, man. My son, he's gonna die. He said, he cocked that bitch. He said, you take another step, nigga, you gonna die too. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of you go ahead.
But just to add, the part that really was an eye opener, when you think about misery, what did that Edomite say to the Edomite that was prepared? He said, I don't have nothing. If I don't have my phone, you think he had on flip flops, dying. Looked like he was about to die. He was at the mercy of that white, his brother, okay? And he was not gonna help him. And you can see how these people gonna be when these phones ain't working. You see, when it ain't no electricity, he couldn't get medicine for his child, right? And they was in a better situation than the average person that was in the city.
Right.
You see, nothing was really affecting them yet, other than just the fallout of everything. But you ain't had no troops over there. You know, they had food still. You know, but he was still freaking out. That just goes to show you that's how people gonna be, even worse than him. You know,
The scriptures say because iniquity is abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Khan.
Hey, I wonder what Deacon Akkad and Hassan, whatever his name is, the Edomite that believe. I wonder oh man, this nigga's gonna stab you in the back when you ain't looking. Yeah, probably gonna tie you up and eat you.
It say, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. So we don't know what you niggas over there preaching, man. Go ahead. You read that scripture again, and I know you got a piece of one.
2 Ezra 15 and 19 says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
Gonna run up in your, like Apostle Hart said. I'm gonna give you the Negro translation. Go run up in your shit. Go ahead.
And spoil their goods.
And take your shit.
Because of the lack of bread.
Cause I ain't got no grub.
And for great tribulation.
And for great tribulation, because there's gonna be so much shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Gas, no electricity, no water. You know. But then you got water, cause you got I can hear your generator from 3 houses down. The houses is like literally 5 feet apart. I think my neighbor a couple houses over got a generator, cause I was hearing it for the past 2 days. I kept hearing it. The generator it ran constantly throughout the day. I'm thinking, damn, I can hear a nigga generator in his backyard 2 houses on the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you got electricity and my shit go on. I know you got some
fresh shit.
You got some fresh shit.
Yeah, it's been times where you know, I done been in a situation, and this is recently. Like when it's turned summertime, bro, my motherfucking AC don't work. People don't know how to go without that shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Even it was a storm last year where it was they said it was a tornado somewhere near Cleveland, and my motherfucking power was out for a whole week. You think I was tripping on that shit? I actually like not having no power and shit. All them frequencies that it fuck with your body, man.
Yeah, you sure do.
Yeah, but they don't. People don't understand that, and then like the brother said, when the internet go out, most people they can't even survive without the internet. Like I said, with their phone. Well, my phone, niggas don't even know where shit is at in their own city. They don't even know where this road leads to. They use GPS to get everywhere, bro. Like,
they don't know north, east, south, west.
They don't know nothing, bro. They don't know how you take Superior till you get to this street, and you take Lorraine turn into this street, because streets change names when you get a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, our people, they are very underprepared. Yeah, dependent and underprepared. Get Jeremiah 2. Is Israel spoiled? Is he a homeborn slave?
Actually, right now, you're looking at America really being victims of their own circumstances, because they're in a war right now. They want to have a ceasefire, but the people that you've been putting sanctions on for years know how to go without. So they don't even want to put an end to this war. They've been preparing this for 20 years, man. They ready.
Yeah, because you got operations, CIA operations and shit. It's spiritual. Brought that up. You got something called You got something called Operation Ice 9 or Project Ice 9, where pretty much they just freeze the global financial system. Then you got Project Sandman, where all these nations, like these so-called Middle East nations, they just ditch the dollar. You see what I'm saying? That's actually about to happen, man. The guy name is he's former CIA. I believe his name is Jim Rickards. You can look him up. You know, he spoke about this years ago, man. You know, these CIA agents that's trying to reveal truth now, they the ones that came up with the shit too, man. You know, they trying to seek sympathy from people. They trying to do a good deed. But, you know, they were part of the plan too.
But their own tongue is falling upon themselves. That's a part of the prophecy. The Lord plaguing their mind to have that guilty conscience. You know, you got one more?
No, I got that. Somebody, this is Jeremiah 2 and verse 14. It says, Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Yeah, our people are slaves in this country, man. You know, and then to make it worse, they have that slave mentality. Okay, yeah, we're slaves, but we don't have a slave mentality. We have a ruling class mentality, and we understand that we are the Israelites. We are the princes of God. You know, we are the princes of the power, Yashar Allah, which means He, Prince, power. Okay, so yeah, we slaving in this system, but the Lord's gonna take that yoke from off our neck, pursuant to Jeremiah the 30th chapter. Okay, and we're gonna go from slaves to kings. We're gonna go from slaves to gods. Okay, in the twinkling of an eye. Okay, and we're gonna be gods in the midst of Jacob's trouble. Certain brothers are gonna have spiritual power in that time. You know, certain brothers gonna be protected in that time, and certain brothers gonna be martyrs in that time. But best believe in their martyrdom, it's gonna be glorious.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be mighty. You know, the way that it all plays out. Read that one more time, Mark.
It says, Jeremiah 2:14, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
Spoiled, man, dependent. Like the brother was saying, you know, it said Jeshurun waxed fat and kick. Matter of fact, get 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9.
I was just there.
God. For such in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Death by pain.
That's why you don't think you need the Lord, because you got your Section 8, you got your wig, you know, you got the food nigga, you got the ride nigga, you got the going out kick it nigga, you got the I need some ride nigga. You know, you women, you got a nigga for everything that you need, you know, and then you men, you know, Esau done gave you good credit. You was in the military, now you got the what is it, the
Hellcat.
The Hellcat, you know what I'm saying? You know, you old niggas, you got your Cadillac, you got your 3-piece suit, you got your Baptist church. You see, so you niggas is comfortable. You got your Cleveland Browns, you got your Cavaliers, you got your sororities and your fraternities. You niggas is comfortable, man. You living the good life and you don't want America to go down, despite what you may say. Even with all the oppression that this country put on you, you really don't want it to go down. You enjoy seeing niggas get shot on camera. You enjoy seeing your daughters turn into whores, slut strippers, and thoughts. You enjoy seeing your sons turn into fruit cups and get their heart broke by these no good women, and she jumping from the next ride to the next ride. You actually enjoy this oppression, man. Okay, and how do we know? Because you ain't on this side with us. Because if you didn't, you would be right here doing what we doing, man.
And that's why the scriptures say the wicked compass them, right? The wicked compassing them is just all around, like, and it's not just the wicked, it's not just the other nations, right? It's also our people, man, because they are all around us, man. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 9. Then shall they be in a pitiful case.
This says that suffering that we're talking about. It's time for America and you Americans to suffer. You're going to be in a pitiful case, man. You ain't going to have nothing. The Klaus Schwab, he said, you shall own nothing and be happy. You're not going to have nothing, man. You don't even own your children, man. When you sign that birth certificate, and when they get that footprint or that handprint of your child and you get that social security number, you don't own your own children. That's why they can come take your children if they feel like you ain't doing what you need to be doing with them. And what you could be doing is perfectly good. Your child may be, let's say your child somehow, Lord forbid, a coma or some shit. And you say, I don't want my child to just, you know, just, like they prolonging the process of death. And you say, I just want to let my child go home. You know what I'm saying? They'll come in there and say, no, this is unethical, and they'll take your child and they'll do what they want with it. So what's the point? Is it my child or not? Or your child acting up, and you take them to the school bathroom and you whop, and the teacher hear it, and then she, I heard you beating the shit out of this child. And CPS, you need to come, and then take your child. For disciplining them. You know? So you don't really own how do I own something if somebody else could take it from me? When you own something, that means it's yours, can't nobody take it unless you're willing to sell it.
It says, 2nd Ezra 99, then they shall be in a pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such,
so everything is the amount of shit that's gonna be happening, it's gonna be tormentuous.
Yep.
Like you people gonna be tormented with the reality that you're gonna be living. Just like in the opening scene in the movie The Road, and his wife was in the kitchen and she was like bugging out. She was like, I have to do something, we have to do something. And he tried to tell her, like, just chill out, just hunker down for a minute. She's like, no, I'm leaving. Because she was tormented in her mind with the circumstances that was coming. It said men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after the things that are coming upon the earth. Because again, it's a mental war. You're gonna have to be strong up here to be able to withstand.
yeah,
You know?
yep.
You got it out.
It says, for such as in 2nd Ezra 9 and 10, Salakia, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
That's all the goodies from this man's system, man.
Yep.
You know, and then in order to get the goodies, you had to pretty much
Give up something like you said earlier.
right, and you had to go against the traditions of the scriptures, the
Yeah.
customs and manners of the scriptures. You know, like you can't, as a woman, they want to make you masculine. As a man, they want to make you feminine. You know. Go ahead.
It
Is more?
says, verse 11.
It's like that's the freedom, right? That America offers, man.
Right.
It's the freedom to go against the scriptures.
Right, free doom.
Yeah.
That's
And
what it
you
is.
actually encouraged. I was watching this real quick video clip from Donald Trump, and he was getting interviewed by Jake Paul. Lord William would do a clip on it. He said Jake Paul was asking him about the unrighteous works that's going over there in Iran, and he's like, you know, they throw gays off the roof. We support gays here.
As if that's righteous.
That's righteous.
They said Walton that call evil good and good evil.
Yup.
Man. You know,
Yep.
that's the thing. You people see, you don't understand life. You don't understand death. So when you see a mole being put to death, you think that's evil, but you don't understand life and death. You don't understand good and evil. If you did, you would know that. Hey, that's righteous, man. You're supposed to throw the mole off the roof, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, you ain't gotta throw them off the roof. Put them on the ground and drop a bunch of rocks on the motherfucking head.
Yeah, stone.
You know, that's what we're gonna do in the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna establish the law.
It says,
Let a bitch talk about she don't need a man. We're gonna do her like Vashti. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be put away. You never gonna see her ass again. You're gonna be ball and chain in some dungeon somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Back
Like
to the
real
field.
talk. Huh?
Back to the field.
Back to the field. And like all the was you at camp?
Yeah, I would.
This last week?
Yup.
You remember when all them ugly Edomite chicks walked
They
past?
didn't make the cut.
I said, yo, all them bitches going to the field. They all busted. I was like, yo, busted. She got it.
it says,
She gets the clothes.
it says, and they that have loathed, verse 11, 2nd Ezra 9:11. It says, and they that have loathed my law,
Yeah, you loathe the law, which really goes into the whole scriptures. You've hated the Lord's scriptures. You've
Yep.
hated the Lord's ways. You know, that's why you cast us away despitefully. I don't want to hear nothing that you got to say. You know, y'all is teaching hate. You know, like Charles White said, I don't want to be a part of nothing that cursed me 2,000 years ago. Nigga, you still cursed, nigga. It ain't like you accept
just
it,
by
then you
that,
curse.
just by that way of thinking.
Bro, it ain't like, right, exactly, because it's saying my people do not consider, my people don't,
Yep.
you know, they don't want to know. But
He hasn't experienced the terror of the Lord yet. Even if
Man.
when he do, like he gonna be that nigga that still won't turn from his
He
wickedness.
got the death by pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me get this. Yeah, it says, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it.
yeah, you can't say that we don't teach repentance, because even when we doing videos like this, going into prophecy, we always mention repentance.
Always.
We always mention the way to come back to the Lord. Okay, His name is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay, you have to identify yourself as an Israelite, because when you understand you're an Israelite, you understand that you have a God that's specific to your nation. Okay, and then you learn His name, and the Lord builds up your faith and things of that nature. And then when you know you're Israelite too, you look at the scriptures a totally different way.
Yep.
Because now you put yourself in the book. You know, because you understand it. Damn, these are my forefathers. This was me in the reincarnation. You know, I was in that crowd, or you know what I'm saying.
And then you start to identify who the wicked is, who plays the physical role of the devil
That's
here
right.
on earth.
Yeah, because not only do we have a biblical identity or nationality, but all the other nations have a biblical identity as well.
It says,
And the Lord never did away with those. The Lord never did away with those biblical identities, man.
Nope.
You know, He didn't.
No people.
Yeah, He didn't just say, okay, everybody's just all my people now.
Right.
Nah, man. All the biblical nationalities are still there.
Yeah, that's why the scripture says in Isaiah 25 about the covering cast.
Right.
You know, the ancient names have been hidden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the covering cast and the veil that's been put upon all the people. You know, you got it, right?
Yes, it's verse 12, which is the point. The same, meaning all those who loathe the law, all the unbelievers, all the proud, all those who have enjoyed the benefits of Yahweh Shem Shai, all those who hate the Lord, hate the
Benefits of
scriptures.
Esau.
It says, the same must know it after death by pain.
Yeah, so you're gonna be destroyed in a painful death, man. You know, that's a part of the torment. So you're gonna see people that you love be tormented, and there's a lot of these people out here, they twisted, man. They got twisted minds. Like the nigga Ariel Castro, he held them 3 women for 10 years, and you know, he was torturing them. You know what I'm saying? Bought the one bitch a puppy, then stomped the puppy out in front of her and shit. You know, like people, hey, you people love your pets, man. Hey, your pet's gonna get it. If that dog ain't big enough, it's gonna get destroyed. It's gonna get punted to against the wall and shit.
Yep.
You know, or your child get punted up against the wall or something, man.
If they don't eat them.
If they don't eat them, you feel me? Because it's gonna be that lack of food, man. Cannibalism is gonna come back in a real way.
And cannibalism is a judgment tool of the Lord.
Hell yeah.
It was prophesied in Deuteronomy chapter 28. If we don't keep these laws and obey or hearken unto the word of the Lord, he said the mother would eat the child, the father. That is a wicked ass spirit to be in, because what it's saying is you have totally been blocked from the Lord. You don't have any you just done. You're a beast. You'll eat or do whatever, you know.
That Deuteronomy 28, that was talking about 70 AD. But cannibalism is gonna come back here in these last days, you know, because like the brother said, it's gonna get that bad. And cannibalism is a result of you so hungry that you start to hallucinate and you start to believe things that is not real or not convenient. And that's how a person gets to that point where they eating their own child, or they eating you know what I'm saying, a dog, or you know what I'm saying, something that's just completely off.
Shit, in the movie The Platform, there wasn't no food on their floor.
Yeah, that's
The
a good
nigga tied him up,
Yep.
and he cut a piece of his leg off, cooked it, ate it, and he said to make sure you don't die, he gave that nigga a piece of himself.
Yep.
And nigga having to eat it. That's what it was
It's
to eat.
wicked, man.
And like I said, that's because you lose your mind. That's why I say, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, because you turn into something else. You know what I'm saying?
Demon.
Yeah, you the legion takes over. You know what I'm saying? And you think you started like the woman in 2 Kings the 6th chapter, where they made a deal. They said, we're gonna eat your son today and we're gonna eat my son tomorrow. Them women was not in their right mind, bro. Them women was, you know, I'm pretty sure they eyeballs was like this. And, you know, even when you start to consume human flesh, just like when a domesticated dog, if you feed a domesticated dog bloody meat, it does something to their spirit where they never the same. It's the same thing with a cannibal. Once you consume human flesh, you are never the same. Like in the movie The Book of Eli, when he came across that old couple in that house, they was cannibals, but all the signs was there. He just didn't see them until he already got in the house. But they had the shakes. Their fucking eyes was like a certain tint, like, you know, bloodshot red and shit, and their teeth was all messed up and shit. And then he realized, like, damn, these motherfuckers cannibals, and then they was trying to get out. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta think about you.
Oh, and they was offering them food. Like, as soon as he got in there,
No,
like,
he was
"Oh, you hungry?"
offering meat.
Yeah, meat. Yeah, like,
He said he told him, he's like, you see any cows or anything around here?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Shit, they already knew what it was.
Yeah, because the people that they trapped, just like how Eli got trapped in that snare, everybody that they trapped, them was the ones they killed and cooked. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they had all that meat. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's crazy. People gonna be setting snares and traps, but not for animals. It's gonna be for people, man.
Yes, sir.
You know, so hey, these are the sufferings that's coming to America. All right, and if you're a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, man, you running out of time to come back to the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. The scriptures say to seek Him while He may be found, and call upon Him while He is near, man. You know, Yahweh Shai said, "Ask and ye shall receive." So if you got questions, if you want to be edified in a certain way or on a certain topic, you're supposed to get on these brothers, these men of the Lord comment board, and ask them questions so that your questions can be answered and that you could grow and be edified in the spirit, man. Otherwise, you're just gonna be destroyed, man. So Lord knows to edify. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakafadash.
Double honor to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth, and to Wadi Abashir Shah for giving the spirit to this lesson. Corny Charlotte.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.